You know, Richmond was a very different place 10 years ago. Being able to watch the culture here shift so rapidly in just a decade, I think that's a large part thanks to tourism and the work that we've been doing through OutRVA.
I will never forget the first time I saw one of those I'm coming out letters in a major publication. I never thought Richmond would position itself as being kind of that cool and with it. It made me happy to live here.
We opened about 10 years ago, right around the same time as OutRVA started. Partnering with OutRVA has been great for our restaurant's visibility and getting some travel influencers, bloggers, writers to come to Richmond.
We would not be able to help people, individuals, couples, families, new transplants, college students, not only get plugged into the programs and events that Diversity Richmond hosts, but to also know what is happening and shaking in the Richmond area.
Well, OutRVA has significantly impacted the work of Virginia Pride as our presenting sponsor of Pride Fest for the last 2 years. Pride Fest is one of the largest celebrations of the LGBTQ community in Virginia, and the support of OutRVA is key to making that event accessible to everyone who wants to come and enjoy it.
OutRVA has brought so many folks from outside the area to Richmond Triangle Players. Write-ups from websites and magazines from all over the East Coast and even all over the country.
OutRVA has definitely just given us the visibility. That's a big thing. We live in a very social world right now, so just seeing is believing, TikTok, Instagram, all those kind of things. So it's definitely showed people that RVA is a relevant source for art and community in the queer community.
Tourism is key to the success and the vitality of any community. I think tourism is important for LGBTQ people because we have a natural curiosity to go and explore communities that are different than our own, to see how other people in our community live and work and play. And that's really key, and that's what Richmond does really, really well.
I think because Richmond has a lot more to offer than you first think about, you may first realize a wealth of museums, restaurants, and other attractions.
But it also encourages the communities to put their best foot forward, and that's what Richmond Region Tourism and OutRVA does for us.
As an LGBTQ person, I want to be able to go to a place where I feel welcome and affirmed for who I am. That's why OutRVA is important to Richmond, because we tell the stories of Richmonders who are here doing the work, creating safe spaces for LGBTQ people.
So it's important for us to showcase the Richmond region as a welcoming destination. Because for a very long time, it was not perceived that way. A lot has shifted in the last 10 years with OutRVA of making Richmond a top tourism destination for LGBTQ people, where they feel safe, seen, and celebrated, and that's what we should really strive for.
Tourism and going to websites and understanding what the city has to offer for folks like me and in my community and allies and supporters is a key part of what it means to travel, and to travel as safely as we can as LGBTQ people. I love Richmond. We have nature, we have culture, we have arts, we have food, and we have events and parties. And for those plethora of options to be available for any individual, regardless of who they love, of how they identify, of how they express, means that we bring more and more people to this beautiful city that is Richmond.
Happy 10 years to OutRVA.
Happy 10 years, 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 OutRVA.